What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I'll give everybody a little bit to jump on. Ooh, that light is bright. Let's see if this helps. Hey, Debbie, Kathy. Make sure my volume's good. Yep. Awesome. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give everybody just a few minutes. As you guys jump on here, make sure that you're messaging in your team chats, whatever it is you have, and let people know to jump on Power Hour. This is gonna be a good one. They're all good. Let me just, Brooke, you're on here, right? What's up, Brooke? Brooke. They are all really good, Debbie. Like, I love that we have these power hours and that we all get to come on here and work together and do stuff. I think it's amazing. Awesome. Okay, Brooke, I see your picture, but I don't see you yet. Are you on here? I unmuted you. Let me make sure Brooke is all hooked up. Brooke, where are you? Hey, Cassie. You guys, I just woke up. I'm not even kidding you. I literally woke up like 30 minutes ago, I think. Okay, Brooke. Yay, now I see you. Unmute. Wait, you know what, Brooke? I think I had another profile of you. Oh, because you got two on, huh? Okay, hold on. There we go. Dang, Brooke, you got two Brooke Hecky profiles on here. Oh, and no volume. You have no volume.
Hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
You're kind of echoey though.
Yep, hang on. Okay, let's see.
right, you guys, I stay up super late. I just do. I'm like a late night girl. Probably, well, I would say it's because my kids go to bed late, which they do, not during school, but during the summer, my kids stay up late. It works for me because then they sleep in, which means I get to sleep in. So yay for me. Anyways, so I will give Brooke a few minutes just to kind of make sure she's got all her stuff together. So if you have not already, I would get into your group chats, your group page, whatever it is that you have, and I would let everybody know to jump on.
Hang on, Alicia.
I'm actually going to close down my Facebook. I don't know if that'll help because otherwise it keeps pinging every 2 seconds. So you went to bed at 3. Ew, sounds like me. I love the summers. I love the summers, and I'm not the one who like wishes my kids would go to school. They could stay home forever and I'd be fine. So I love staying up late. I love waking up late. Okay. So go ahead, like I said, go in, make sure that you're inviting all your people because this is going to be awesome. Okay, so I mean, I know a lot of us do our businesses on Facebook, which is awesome. Like Facebook is the bomb. But I remember like when I was driving with my son and his girlfriend, you know, and he's in his 20s, and they were talking about marketing and business and whatnot. And am I echoing? Is it me that's echoing? Maybe. Oh, you're probably hearing, it was probably echoing from your computer. I was probably hearing myself. Anyways, and so they were, you know, we were just kind of talking about Facebook and business and all that stuff, right? And I remember saying something about how I wanted my son's girlfriend, Sunny, to help me do some stuff on Facebook. And then she's like, I don't even have Facebook and I don't actually want Facebook. And then my son's like, Mom, Facebook's for old people. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, for one, you need to bite your tongue, son. But he's like, no, like Instagram is where everybody is, Instagram and Snapchat. And I'm like, for one, Facebook's not for old people, so you take that back. And for two, I don't know anything about Instagram, and I definitely don't know anything about Snapchat. I know how to open up my Snapchat, and there's this really cute filter that I like, and that's what I know about Snapchat. So, but it really made me start thinking because you know, I did go to a conference not that long ago, and some of the things that they said really stuck out to me. You know, he was saying whether or not we like certain things isn't going to stop it. So I know a lot of people, you know, older people don't really like social media. They like old school network marketing, and they want to, you know, and so they have a hard time with, you know, Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and all that. And they want everything to go back to old school. The thing is, it's not going to. You can still use, you know, old school marketing and old school practices in today's marketing. Of course, it still works. You can go door to door. You can cold call. You can do all those things that people used to do. But just because you're not comfortable with the internet or you're not comfortable with social media, that actually doesn't matter. It's still happening, and it's still going to. And unless you keep up with what's trending, what's working, and unless you keep up with the times, you're kind of going to get left behind. I mean, it really is true. And so I kept just going over, you know, all the stuff my son was saying and kind of listening to, you know, in my head, this conference I just went to, and they really talked a lot about the millennials and the fact that we have to pay attention to what the younger people are doing. And the reason being is because the younger people are our future. Those are the people that are going to, you know, we're going to be handing things off to, per se. So we have to pay attention to what works. We have to pay attention to where people are marketing and where they're growing business. And like I said, although you can old school network market all you want, it's still going to work. You want to keep in mind the things that are currently working now and that are hot and fresh and that people are really using. So anyways, my good friend Brooke Hecky, I used to constantly call her name Heike, right, Brooke? But it's Hecky. She's really good at Instagram and all that stuff. So, you know, we've been friends for a long while. We're business partners. She's one of my associates. We spend a lot of time together, and she has helped teach me so much about Instagram and helping me make my Instagram pretty and it making sense. Because with everything, Instagram is a completely different beast than Facebook. They're not the same. I'm sure it's the same type of concept, attraction marketing, but it's a different beast. And there's a whole bunch of different things you guys could learn from it. So I asked Brooke if she would come on here and do a power hour and just, you know, share with us some tricks and tips and some things that work and maybe some things that we're doing wrong. So what I suggest all of you guys do, if you're on here, make sure you get on your Instagram and you open it up. If you do not have an Instagram set up, I highly encourage it. You can do it now. You can go set one up, but I'm going to hand this over to Brooke, and I'll be on here too. So if there's anything, I'll just kind of mute myself and jump in as Brooke needs or wants or whatever. But you guys, this is Brooke Hecky. She is awesome. She's amazing. And yeah, teach us, learn us, Brooke.
Okay. First off, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Let's see here. Sorry. Alicia, are you able to give that other profile screen share access?
Yep, let me see. Let me find your other profile really quick. Because I made
Sorry, we're having computer issues lately.
Do I need to make you here, I'll just put. Is it already a co-host on there, or do I make you a host?
I'm not sure. Can you do 2 co-hosts?
Yeah.
For the other one?
Mm-hmm. So you should be a co-host on both.
Okay, let's see here. Already in another meeting. Hang on.
So Cassie wants to know, do you recommend opening Instagram on computer or phone app? Well, really, with what you're going to teach us now.
You can open it on a computer, but you're not going to have all of the cool things. Okay, so I guess we're just...
Think about that, Brooke, with even saying that. So Cassie, so she was saying you can open your Instagram on a computer, but you're not going to have as many cool features and things as a cell phone. And that right there, to me, honestly, speaks a lot about where Instagram is going and where we're going. I mean, like, you can have more features, more access to cool stuff from your phone on Instagram. Like, didn't it used to be kind of like the opposite, like, you know, your laptop, but now they have it geared towards the phone? Because if we're being honest, most people, especially younger folks, I'm going to say I'm younger folks, dang it, because I'm not claiming that I'm not, like, we tend to do a lot of things on our cell phones. So.
Yes. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to get this screen share working and it's not liking me. So the biggest thing about Instagram is they're actually moving towards using like stories. Like, everybody is starting to sell in their stories, and that's like where it's at as far as Instagram. People aren't as focused on like your regular posts as they are in stories. And so there's a couple, let's see here. Hang on. Okay. Alicia, can you see that other profile now? I don't know if I can be logged in on two different computers.
I can see your other profile, but it's just like the picture of you.
Yeah. So can you give that profile screen share capabilities?
Well, it has you as a co-host already.
Oh, I wonder. Let's see here. Hide.
Do you think you should just do it from your main one that you're talking on, or?
Well, I can't advanced sharing. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Oh.
That's a cute little thingy there, Brooke.
I know, isn't it cute?
Okay,
5K. Sorry guys, I tried to get this going and we've just been having computer issues for the past couple days. Alicia, do you want to talk a little?
Yeah, let me go back to, well, do you have to take this off a screen share or what?
I don't think so. If you just have like any tips for them.
Let me see. Okay, I can see you. I got kind of lost because when you popped up the screen share, like that's all I can see is that cute picture. Like, how do I get off of that? Or are you just kind of waiting?
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do for us, Brooke?
I'm trying to share my screen so I can, oh, there we go.
Maybe just do it from the profile you're on.
I can't, unfortunately, because the laptop is not working.
Ew.
I know. So as far as stories go, there's a couple of really cool.
Just so you know, Brooke, like the right now it's still on the screen share. Are you wanting it to be on it?
Yep, that's fine. Oh my gosh. I hate technology right now. Delete. So as far as stories goes, there's a couple of really cool apps that I like if you guys want to write these down. The first one is called, what is it called? It's called InStories. That one is only for iPhone user, but it allows you to create like animated stories, which is super fun. Okay. And then another one that I like to do to design like just regular things, and you can get this for Android or iPhone. It's called Over. Let's see, can you guys see that? It's the little like yellow icon. Cheyenne, it's called InStories. If you've got an iPhone, it's really, really cool. Oops. And it kind of just looks like that. Oops, let's see. See that? Maybe. So it's that little white one with the circle. And let me pull up.
What does that do?
So the in stories one allows you to do like animated stories, which is really great because then you can also share those as videos to your like Facebook, as well as on Instagram. If you have a business account, you can actually set it up to where your stories posts to your business profile, or same thing if it's a personal Instagram, it'll post to your personal Facebook stories. So that way you don't have to do, you know, the two things at once. The cool thing about having the business account is it gives you more analytics so that you can see like how many people are viewing your Instagram on like your posts and stuff, and then the hashtags. And then it also allows you to like promote it. Like let's say you wanted to do an ad and stuff. So I recommend, like, if you guys are on a personal profile and you're really wanting to work Instagram for your business, which you can have more than one Instagram if you guys didn't know that, but to upgrade your account to a business profile. And let's see here.
So I think what I bet you some people don't realize, and what Brooke is saying, is what's really cool that you can do with Instagram is you can get it set up where you, whenever you post on Instagram, it also, there's like a little kind of button type thingy, right, Brooke, that you,
Yeah.
basically, so when you post on Instagram, it also goes to your Facebook. So you can have it set to go to your personal Facebook, or you can get it set up, like Brooke said, to go to your business Facebook if you have a business Facebook page set up, which is really cool because you're killing two birds with one stone. So
exactly. And so, oh, please let me, okay, here we go. Okay, can you guys see that? Ah, yes. Okay, so coming back here. So if you guys want to add to your story, you simply click from the main screen on your story, like something that I created in the Over app. And then if you look down where it says Facebook, you can just click that button to add to your Facebook as well. You can also add it to your highlights on your profile. And the highlights on Instagram should actually be used kind of like a mini website. And so, like, you want it to kind of tell a story about like the products that you're selling, what you're into, like why people would want to follow you on Instagram. So let's say I wanted to add it to health tips. Then I can go to my profile, click on your profile photo, and then if you just click on the little heart, it will show you all of the things that you have added to that story highlight. And then going back to the stories, if you want to see who viewed your story, how many impressions and stuff, how many follows it got, etc., you'll just click on the little people in the bottom left. And then you can click on the little eyeball where it says 138. You can go and respond to these people. So while a lot of us have done like the cold market where, you know, you post a Facebook group and then anybody who's interested, you send them a message. Well, you can actually use your stories on Facebook and on to kind of do the same thing. So like all of these people, if I wanted to say, hey, you know, thanks for viewing my story, maybe have you tried CBD or whatever the story is about, ask them, you know, hey, did you enjoy my story? Or hey, thanks for checking it out. Did you have any questions? Something to engage your followers, start a conversation. Pretty much how you use like groups on Facebook to kind of do the same thing. And then you can revert them back, like to your cold market group on Facebook. You know, I've got this awesome group with tons of testimonies and et cetera of what your group has to offer. So that's one way to kind of get more prospects on Instagram. Let's see. Okay, so anybody who's wanting to upgrade to a business profile, if you click on picture in the bottom right and then go to let's see, the three little lines at the top right, and then click settings, and then go to account, and then mine says switch to a personal account. If you were a personal account, it would say switch to a business account, and then you can just do that, and then you would get all of the information stuff. But it's really helpful because as a business account, if you click in your news feed as well, you can view insights. And so like here at the top, the hearts is how many people liked your image, and then how many people commented, and then how many people sent that post to someone or to their wall, and then how many people saved is in the top right. This post, it looks like it had 12 profile visits. It reached 1,300. The business account doesn't cost anything. It's free, mainly because they want you to pay for advertising. And then it shows the reach, how many impressions, and then from hashtags, it looks like 339 people were reached from hashtags. So hashtags are really important on Instagram for growing and getting seen in the Explore tab. There's a couple of really cool apps that you can use for hashtags. Let's see. So one is HashMe. I'm not sure if this is for Android, but you can, with this one, you can use a photo to generate 30 hashtags, or you can enter any hashtag. So like this one was a food post. So if you search food, then it'll give you a bunch of hashtags related to that that you can copy and then add over to Instagram. The other thing too that I like to do to cheat is like search Instagram for things related to your industry and what you're interested in, and find things to post. So let's see here. And if you just from what you already search, and so like right here, since we're in fitness, like this one would be a good thing to repost. And so you can either do a screenshot of the hashtag app was called HashMe, HASHME. And then so you can screenshot this and then crop it to reshare. And then if you're on like a computer, or if you open Instagram on your phone from like your internet browser, you're able to copy all of what they've written, and also it'll copy like their hashtags. So if you're not sure like what hashtags to use, finding other posts to reshare can help you at least get started in providing value to your followers. But you can't copy like if you hold, you would like on Facebook, anything. You can't do that Instagram, but you can if you open Instagram from the like a what is it, Quarry. The other thing that you can do, let's say this is a really good post, or maybe somebody on your team or your upline on Instagram shared like a before and after photo that you want to share as actually, if you click the paper airplane, you can add the post to your story. So when it'll pop up with that post. And if you click on the actual image itself, it'll show like who posted at the top with like their text at the bottom, or you can click it again for it to be kind of cleaner. If you use 2 fingers, you can resize it. It has these lovely blue lines to help you make it even on your storyboard. And then up at the top, there's a couple of different features. Depending on how many followers you have, some of these features might not be available. The first one is the down arrow. When you click that, that'll save it to your camera roll. The next one over is if you wanted to add, mainly if you were like taking a picture or doing video, you can add these different effects. So that's what the smiley face does. And then the next one, if you have over 10,000 followers, you can add a swipe up feature. If you don't have over 10,000 followers, you won't have that option. But when you do, like, you can actually sell your products using our TrueVision tools and put the web link in there. And so anytime somebody swipes up, they would be able to directly go to the little link that you created with the TrueVision tools. Let's see. And then the little smiley face brings up all of the features that Instagram has. And most of these are available on Facebook as well. And you really, anytime you post to your story, you want to try and use one of these things, whether it be the location or a mention or a hashtag. GIFs are really popular, so try and use those. Polls are great. Let's see, this protein. So like you could do a poll, do you eat enough protein? Do you know? And then they could say yes or no. A lot of influencers recommend like being positive. So say like maybe yes, or like
more info.
I should eat more, or something like that. Especially when you're like trying to sell them something, or like get their opinion on something that you're doing. Just that way, like if, hey, are you interested in CBD? Yes or no. Do something like absolutely, or I'd love to know more. So you don't give them an option of just, no, I don't want to do that. You give them an option to either educate them or sell them. So you could do something like this, and then you'll get the responses on Instagram when somebody responds. So that's how you use a poll. Another feature is you can do a question, and so they can respond a full-on question that they type out to you. So maybe your question is, what do you struggle with trying to lose weight?
I think your voice is frozen. Barack, I think you're frozen. Hold on, guys. She'll get back on here.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, now we can hear you. So somebody said, Debbie asked, she's lost at where you got the poll. Can you do a walkthrough again
of the poll?
Yeah, like how you got it. Can you do a screen
like
again?
Yep. So while we're doing this, if you hold down on whatever added thing that you used for Instagram, if you hold down on it, you'll see a trash can at the bottom. So if you don't want to do that, you can just drag it to the trash can. So every like tool that Stories offers is under the little smiley face sticker. And so right here, the second line on the right is poll. And then you have questions or a countdown. So anybody right now who, let's see, what do we got? 3 days left before our patches go. You could do a countdown until the launch of it. And then so, like new, see patches, launch. And then on the 26th at, let's see, 8 a.m. So this will actually notify when the launch is available for, I'm not sure if it's for anybody who's viewed it, but you could at the end of the launch, you know, go through and see who's viewed it and then send them a message. Is officially underway, to order, go here or whatever. We're gonna go delete that. And then as far as you just start typing a question, how much protein do you get daily? Or, well, that's not a poll. Anyways, you guys get the thing. And then you just grab it with 2 fingers and you can slide it, you can angle it, put it wherever your little heart desires.
And you can
some other cool
coloring of the letters too. Like, see how your picture was white, the wording's white. Does the wording always have to stay white?
You're breaking up, Alicia. Oh, some of the things you can change colors to, some of the things you can't. What I recommend doing is simply just tapping, like just tap on everything, see what it does, and then kind of go from there. So like chat, this is a new feature that's really, really cool.
Brooke, I think you're frozen again, unless it's me. Is it me that keeps freezing, or is it you, Brooke? Yeah, Cassie said she's having... Okay, yeah, Brooke, Cassie's having a hard time hearing you. I don't know if it's your volume, but it keeps like breaking up, kind of like robot-y. Are you back, Brooke? Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Frozen.
So with the chat feature, it only allows, I want to say it's like 30 or 35 people that you can add to like a private chat. And you can make it to where like they can request, so they'll have to request to join the chat, and it's only limited to a certain amount of people. So you can say like the next 5 people, like if you need 5 people or however many people you need to advance, let's say you're really close, to order whatever, gets a free whatever you're going to give away. And then up at the top in the middle, you can change the colors. So some things you can change colors with, other things not so much. But so whatever your branding colors are, you could make it match that. And then again, you can size it, put it where you need it to go. So that's a really good, no, you can have on your story. I could add all of them if I wanted to. I'm just trying to make it to where you guys can see it. So here's another
Brooke, really quick. So
ask a question.
Brooke, really quick with the join a chat. So what you're saying is with Instagram, that's through the stories, right? You can create a separate chat just for people in the stories, and like it would be like our Facebook chat type thing.
Yeah, so it would be a group chat that they would be in inside of your Instagram Messenger.
That's cool.
It's very cool. There could be a lot of great uses for it.
Like you could like say for like the new product, you could create a chat for those people that are maybe interested, and you're putting them on the list for when the CBD launches or when the progesterone launches.
Exactly.
So your newly launched chat or something.
Yep, the newly launched, or for Summit, be the first new products or whatever you wanted it to be. Each chat, though, per story can only have, I want to say it's like 30 people join. So then you just have to do like a new story, like maybe the next day or whatever, if that group chat is filled. Okay, so as far as pictures on your stories, there's actually something that I learned that's really cool. The first thing, so let's say we have this here, but I want to add another picture to this story, and I don't want to use a third-party app. If you go into your pictures, open it up, and then I'm not sure about Android, but you want to copy it. So I
think the screen share just went off. I don't know if you did it on
purpose. Of course it did. You really need to get 2 different Zoom accounts is what needs to happen.
Ew, what would that matter?
Well, until I can get this laptop fixed. There we go. Share. Okay. So if you wanted to add a second image to your stories, you would, on an iPhone, I'm not sure about Android, but on the bottom left where you've got the arrow, you would click there and then hit copy, and then open up your, oh my gosh.
You're a going robot again, huh? So, robot.
Hang on. So does anyone have any questions so far?
Yeah, what were you, well, hold on, what were you just saying about adding multiple pictures or something?
There it is. Okay, sorry, it was freezing on me. Let's try this one more time. Why does it keep closing?
You guys, this is a good time while Brooke's kind of getting that up too. If you guys have specific Instagram questions or didn't really understand something she was saying, because I know, like, if you're anything like me, when Brooke tries to explain something to me, I'm like, wait, what? What? Like, it takes me a little bit to get it. Like, with her, it just kind of comes off because she's so familiar with it. But if you totally just don't understand something, just put it in the chat.
So yeah, so make a copy, go to your camera roll, make a copy. Hang on. Okay, anybody, so how many stories a day? That's totally going to be up to you. Sorry, I'm gonna go create a second account because I think I'm freaking Zoom out. So it really depends on your audience, and you're just going to have to play around with it to see how many people like are viewing your stories. I mean, some people post every hour. It's just a matter of what's going to work for you. Let's see here. Might be a question, but so your Instagram name. It shows 2. So the Instagram name, if you go to your Instagram, at the very top is what your handle is going to be. So like for me, it's Brooke Hecky, and actually add like Get True with Brooke or whatever you wanted it to be for people to call you. So like if you have like a different nickname or something, or if you wanted to add like Boss Babe to the end of it, you can do so. Let's see. I'm almost done, guys. I don't know why my Zoom keeps trying to die on me. Did anyone have any other questions? Alicia? I'm not able to see them for some reason.
So let's see. Nope, how many times a day? And like you said, that's just gonna kind of depend on you and what, like probably how many followers you have at the time, what you're trying to do. Kind of like on Facebook. I think Instagram's a lot different with the timing and how much to post. Creating one. On Instagram, does each associate do things separately, or can you have a group like on Facebook where multiple people can post and moderate?
So Instagram is just for you. Let's see here. So whatever you post is what you post. However, let's see here. Hang on, I'm trying to log in with the new one.
Yeah, because Instagram would be more like, it's not, I think my kids are like having a wrestling match in the next room. So if you guys hear random screaming, that's what's happening. I keep muting it and going, you guys be quiet. but it's not working. So Instagram, I think, is definitely more of like a one-on-one thing, huh? I mean, people follow your Instagram to follow you, your story, your journey. And I don't think that now I know some people have done like some type of group thing. Like they have like group
like you can do group messages. Okay, yeah, here we go. So what I wanted to show you is super cool. Let's find. So like you could kind of do like group stuff. If you got a bunch of different people on your team, you could share stuff via like your stories, kind of like what we were talking about. And then if you hit the smiley face sticker again, you could mention that person. So if Alicia posted this, I could tag Alicia, and then you could leave it there. The other thing, let's say you wanted to tag more than one person. How you would do that is in the upper right, you see the big A, little a. To the left, you can change the text size to be however big you want. Oops. And then you could literally tag at Alicia. If you wanted to hide it, you just move it behind something. There you go. So did you see how that kind of went away? Above. This could be a good way, like let's say you really are good at making like recipes and you want to tackle or go in like a bunch of higher like recipes like Delish or something like that. You could actually tag all of these people. So you could tag them and then just keep adding. Another good recipe place is Gimme Delicious. So you could have all of these people in that story and then cover it up to where it doesn't take away from your story. Does that make sense? Same thing with hashtags. So if you use the little smiley face, you can only add one mention and one hashtag. But if you use the big A, little a to add text, you can add as many hashtags as you want. And then again, you can hide them by bringing the picture over top of all of that stuff. Another really cool thing, which is when I got disconnected, if you go to your pictures and then you copied that image, oh my gosh. And then you copied that image and go back to your Instagram stories. Why does it keep stopping the share? Okay, and then go back to your Instagram stories, click on the big A, little a, hold your finger down on the screen. Let me paste and click paste, and you can add your second photo. I forget who asked how to add a second photo, but that's a way to add multiple to a story. You make this photo. Does it post to your regular Instagram? So stories only post to your stories. which will go away in 24 hours unless you go back into that story and add it to your highlight. Let's see. Oh, the other new feature is a quiz. So when you're using stories, like you want to use it to get people to get to know you, to build relationships. And so like here the example is guess my favorite food. Then you could do, I think you can have 4 different options. Yeah, so it gives you 4 different options. And again, up at the top middle, you can change the colors. You can also add like fun little emojis. And so like you could do instead, if you wanted to do emojis, you could do that. Or so in the bottom, you see the little dice there. If you click that, it'll give you a bunch of different questions that can get engagement with your followers. I'm just reading what you guys said. So that's another great way to get interaction. Another cool thing, if you guys haven't seen, is let's discard that. Is if you go to your stories, click the plus. We're going to add our own story, and then you can either, here is where you'll take a picture, you can do a video, or on the bottom left, if you have a photo that you like. Let's see. I went to Pinterest and I typed in like Instagram engagement, and you can find all of these fun like already templates to use to build engagement. And so like book stuff, what I'm reading, and then what you're reading, you can change the color. If you want the text to match like the photo, if on the bottom left you hit the eyedropper, then you can move it around and change the color to where it matches. So if you're wanting to, keep things within your branding color, that's a great way to change the text to kind of match whatever that image is. And then again, you can make it big or small. In the top middle part where it says classic, you click there and you can change the different font. And in the top left, you can change if it's going to be left, centered, or right. If you click the little A plus, it adds a background of that color and then puts like a random colored text on top of it. That would be great, like if you have a really busy photo that you need to add text to. And then so you could fill in all of your questions. One last thing, the little pencil up top, let's say you had something that that you need to like circle. Up at the top, you've got all these different brushes or erasers for circling stuff. Right, so you can change your colors. So, and you can make it bigger or smaller. There's, let's Guard. There's some really fun ones like this. So like you could maybe do like a this or that Thursday or Tuesday. And then you can find these different things. Like if you go to Pinterest, search Instagram engagement, and then you can circle like what goes along with like, okay, I prefer tacos over quesadillas, Instagram over Twitter, the beach, definitely dry shampoo. I don't know that. Definitely Wi-Fi. And so you can add all of that to your post. And so the other thing to do, which somebody had mentioned, is you can circle all take a trip. So once you get that done, you can go and download it to where it'll save it to your profile and then post this. So right here it says in the bottom, it says stories. Oops, it apparently just went to my Facebook stories too. And so you'll see it right there. It's showing that it's uploading. Here we go. So here. So here's the this or that. Then what you can do is go back to your story. Sorry, add a new one.
So Brooke, can you show really quick if you're looking like, see how you just, I just seen your face for a minute. And then I bet you some people don't even know how to find the story on their Instagram. I'm only saying that because I literally couldn't figure out how to find my story for a while.
Yep.
Like, where is it?
Okay. Okay. Can you guys, there we go. So if you open up Instagram, it should be, if you're looking at the bottom of your screen on the left, there's like a house, which is your main page of Instagram. In the top left, it'll show your story plus a bunch of other people's stories if you wanted to view theirs. So you just click on your face. Sorry, we're kind of. Internet is unstable. Yay me. Okay, so if you want to add to your story, in the top left, you'll see your, if you don't have already something that has been posted within 24 hours, you would click the plus sign. Hang on. Okay, and then it's going to start off by showing your face, which if you want to take a picture of yourself or do a video, you just hold on the big round white circle and or you can do a picture, but I usually always pre-record stuff or I share an image. So we just posted the okay. Then you can add text. Where is that paper at? I think she said something like screen shot the next image to share. Okay, so this influencer, what she does is when she does like a this or that, she'll upload her results and then she'll say like screenshot the next image to share to your stories. So when you do like a this or that, you would actually do 3 different stories. There we go. Okay, and then she, oops, back there. Come on. And then you can just put it wherever. And then hit add to your stories. And then go. Sorry, looks like we got some lag time here. And then go back to your stories, click the pen, and then go post the blank template. So now what that will look like is you'll have your circled images, and then it'll go to screenshot the next image and share to your store, tag you, because when they tag you, you can then go, once they share like their results and then tag you where they circled it, you can then go and share that person's story. So like you and your team members could do this like as a fun little activity. And then it's going to give you guys like cross pollination or whatever, or, you know, hopefully somebody who has a lot of followers does this and tags you, and then their followers would, you know, hopefully then, you know, check out your story and then want to follow you. Does that make sense? Wrong template. Great. Anyways, if you, let's see, I think that's all of the goodies I have. If you posted the wrong template, where did I post the wrong template? There, right there. You can click the more and then just delete it. So let's see here. I think that was all the tricks. So if you wanted to select multiple on a post or on stories, you can do so by clicking the select multiple in the top. Is there a trick for getting more followers? Yes and no. There are several different services that you can use to like buy followers. The only problem is most of them, they will drop off. One place that for the most part tends to keep them, oh, what's it called? It's called Squeezer. SKWEEZER.net. So like if you really want the swipe up feature so that you can have the ability to send people from your stories to your website, you can go there and add or buy however many you need to get you to the 10,000. But I'm not going to lie, you might have to do that a couple of times because Instagram occasionally has them unfollow or like loses those accounts or whatever. And so your numbers could drop. But the cool thing about it is once you have the 10,000 followers on an Instagram business account, is you can actually, when you do the swipe up feature on your Instagram business account and you share it to your Facebook business account, on Facebook, it will swipe up, which is really cool. Alicia actually told me that the other day, and I'm like, no, you're full of it, but she was right. So, so that's pretty much the only way, other than like you can do like the follow, unfollow people. A good safe number to follow a day would be 100. And Instagram only 7,500 people. And so once you reach that, you would have to start unfollowing those people. But the only other Instagram tip I really have is you really want to be good about engagement. And I mean, the same thing goes for Facebook as well. So if you click on the heart, you'll see like when people start following you, you can either follow them back, or if it looks like Vicky on here, I could go click on her picture and then send her a message like, thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoy my page. I'm in health and wellness. Like, what do you do? Don't try to just sell them. Like, start building that relationship and ask them what you can do to help them. Or, you know, you want to take social media now in the route of helping people. Like, everything should be like an 80-20%. Like, when you're posting on your Instagram, it looks like, so like if we're looking at Vicky's, she does a good job. She, you know, shares like positive quotes. It looks like she's got some yummy recipes. And then she also here and there sprinkles in her, like about what she's selling, right? So same thing with, if you look at my profile, I do mostly sharing of like health tips, quotes, and then pictures of me. And then here and there, you'll see like a true story type thing. But you really, really, really want to provide value on Instagram. That's going to get you the most. The other biggest thing is find recipes, like search for recipes that have like good engagement from recipe accounts like this one. I don't know who did this one, but like this one had 30 pro visits, got a couple of followers, and then hashtags got me like 12 fashions. So sharing really good looking recipes can definitely help you get more followers. The other thing too, when you share a recipe, or let's say you share a quote that somebody did, go and find and tag other accounts with those things. So like for a recipe, tag, you know, 5 to 10 different recipe accounts. Or if there's an account that resonates with this quote, go and tag 5 to 10 other accounts that you follow in that, because that's going to, when you tag them, let's see if I got any people. So when you tagged them on those bigger accounts, you're going to see all of the people who tagged that account in their own post. Does that make sense? So like, I don't know why this person didn't speak English, but needless to say, they were probably trying to, since I've got almost 15,000 followers, trying to tag an account so that when people go to my account, they check out those other people's posts, if that makes sense. So, any last questions? Alicia's still on the phone.
Sorry, Brooke. It's my lender.
I figured.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we at? I was just letting you go to town.
Just let me go to town. So, real quick.
And just so you guys do know too, like
so over, I think they have a free version.
What? Yeah, I was just going to say, like, just so everyone knows, these calls are recorded. So we will have a recording of this so you guys can go back and kind of, relook at it, rewatch it, and stuff like that. But what were you asking me, Brooke? Were you trying to get my attention really quick? And we're over time, so if you guys have to get off, get off. If you guys want to stay and Brooke's still going.
Yeah, I could go on forever. Yes, Megan, tag everything in the picture. Allie Carlson is really good about this, especially in stories, tagging like the business of where she bought something. Okay, so how do you do Instagram TV or videos? Let's go back to Instagram. See if I can remember. Nope. I believe I just did it the other day, but I believe you have to go to Instagram TV. It's a different app. Let's see here. Okay. So come back here. When you go in TV, it's frozen. Can you guys see it? When you go to the Instagram TV, you can view other people's Instagram, or there we go. Or if okay, so if you click on your picture, then it will give you the option to upload a video, and it will, I don't think I have any videos on here apparently, but you would then be able to select the video that you wanted to share. And this is just not liking me. And then when you go and select, I want to say it's like you tap on it to select it, the option to add like a preview into your post. When you do that, it'll do like a 1 minute clip. Let me see if I can show you. Search Gary V. I don't know if you guys follow him, but he does this a lot. So if you're looking at like his or anybody else's account where you see the little like TV with the swooshes, that's a 1 minute preview. And then you'll have the option to click to watch the full video on Instagram TV. You can only, what is it? It's a 10-minute maximum that you can do for Instagram TV. And you're going to want to make sure you have a good connection or it's going to take forever to upload. But one real last quick thing is Over. I use this for about 90% of all of the things that I design. It is available for Android and iPhone. And the cool thing is they have tons of different templates. If you're not really good at designing, you don't know what to design, there's all of these ready, done for you things that you can use. So let's find like, so a new arrival for our patches. And you can click on it and then you can change everything, put your own pictures on it, and make it where it matches your brand. Oh, this is gonna open. There we go. So if you're on an iPhone, you can actually add video too, which is great. Instagram, what was it? Instagram TV. The app is called Over, O-V-E-R, and it's a yellow icon with a white circle. And so you can actually add a video. You can trim the video. Maybe, where did it go? Okay, well anyways, you can add a video. So if you're looking at the screen, there's a couple of things. The first one is if you want to add an image, you're going to click on the bottom left and then it'll pop up any images that you have. You can move it around. You can pinch to scale. If you want this image, let's say, to be where the man was, you click on the top where there's, what was it? Where there's like the box lines underneath. And then on the right, hold down the three little lines and move it on top of the guy. And then you can delete maybe the guy or just leave it there. And then so now, as you can see, that image we added is behind that paper border. If you wanted to change the color, you click on the text, and then you, again, they offer a dropper, so you can move it around your picture, or you can pick from a color wheel. They also have a ton of different fonts. So if you really want to get fun and funky, you can change your fonts. You can change the spacing up and down. You can make everything all capitals. You can even make it in a curve. There's size to where you can make it small, make it big. You can also add shadows, lots of different options for the shadows. You can move the angle of the shadow, change the opacity, you can rotate it, nudge it, or let's say you need to erase something, you can use the mask to erase. And you also have different blending options. So if you have an used Over, I definitely recommend getting it. I have the pro version. I think I paid yearly for it. It's $100 or it's like $15 a month. But if you're wanting to stand out on social media, you've got to create good, high quality graphics that help you to stand out. And they have a ton of awesome graphics to help you stand out. And you can also add these like to a collection for things that you like. You can go back and reuse them. You can also upload your own logo. I mean, just tons. Sorry, my laptop is in serious need of a doctor visit. Highly recommend, if you don't have the Over app, to get the Over app, because it's just amazing. There's so much that you can do with it to create graphics that stand out. So did anybody have any questions? Another good one, I think they've got a free version, is PicsArt, PicsArt, or Canva is also good. And then like for creating like quick text, WordSwag, which, let's see, I think you guys can see this. WordSwag on the bottom with the blue, or Typorama. Those two are really good for creating quotes to share. And again, most of my inspiration, I either use Pinterest or I simply go and find accounts that have content that I like from Instagram, and then I read it to match my brand. And yeah. So any questions? Alicia, are you seeing any questions? I can't hear you.
So someone said still unclear as to what the app is, but then Debbie answered it. Over is the app.
Yeah, so if you're looking at my screen right now, Over is the yellow one with the circle. And that's like 90% of when I design anything is what I use. Is I use the Over app, or for quotes, I use WordSwag or Typorama. Honestly, for a logo, you can create it in Over. I'm in a like content creation group, and most of the people use the Over app to design. You can design your Facebook cover template. You can design a logo. So if you wanted to design a logo that you can put over stuff, if you click in Over, the plus button, up at the top, you can either start with an image, a video, transparent, or black and white. So if you wanted to do a logo, you would want to click the transparent, and then you can make it any size you want. So if you wanted a long logo, you'd probably want to do like a landscape. And if at the top where it says choose size, depending on where you might want to use this, you're going to want to make it relatively big. And so for width, I'd probably do at least 3,000 pixels, and then click the check mark, and then go and type your text. So like Debbie, and then you type whatever your name is, and then you can scroll through all of the fonts, and I don't even have all of the fonts that they have in here, but they've got a ton. So if you wanted something, let's see here, like cursive-y, there we go, there's a signature. And then you can change your color. I don't know what colors you like, Debbie. Let's say you like pink because this girl likes pink. And then if you wanted to add a shadow, I'm going to change the color of the shadow. I'll just leave it black, or the opacity. And then let's say you wanted to add, let's say Debbie likes flowers. You can go into the graphics and search flowers. And so find something you like. There we go. And you can turn it. I don't know, this one isn't really the best example. But if you wanted the flower to go behind the text, click on the layers in the top of the screen, and then use the 3 arrows to bring it behind the text. And then in the top left, click down arrow, and then you can move it accordingly. And then when you want to save it, you just click the top upper right yellow check mark, and then you're going to click export, and then you just save it, and then you'll be able to add that on top of any of your graphics. Valerie, the logo design was in the app called Over. It was explaining that that's the main program that I use to design stuff on my phone. And I mean, you can do the same thing if you wanted to, like if I go to my Facebook, I designed this in Over. So you can create your own Facebook banner in Over, and all of those elements I grabbed from Over. Any other questions before we go? And if you guys have any questions, as long as I don't get completely bombarded, I'm happy to ask or answer those if you just want to shoot me a message on Facebook. Yeah, Alicia looks like she's talking to her realtor again. So I think we're good.
Yay. So Valerie just asked really quick. She said, this is all on Instagram or an app?
Yeah, I responded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the good part, everybody, is this is recorded. So we will post a recording. You guys can go back, watch it slowly. If you can't remember what the apps are called, if you need step-by-step walkthrough on how to do it, you guys will be able to rewatch this live and go back and get all the information and all that. So thank you, Brooke, so much for walking us through and schooling us and learning us some Instagram tools.
Yeah.
Rock, you are awesome. You have helped me so much with my own Instagram. So we appreciate you taking the time out of your day and sharing with us and schooling us. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. And thank you guys for sticking on here 30 minutes longer than we normally do, but sometimes it's nice to have a little extra time with things like this. So thank you guys all. Love you guys. And we will talk to you soon.
Take care, guys.